Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, and as the previous few weeks have been, it is a tactics video. This time we're going Strikerless with a 4-1-5. Let's get into it. And before we get into the video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel. There are so many of you watching these tactics videos. Please hit that subscribe button, it will do wonders for me. Thank you very much. Leave a comment down below and let's go and have a look at this tactic over on FM Arena. So this is the tactic. It's the 4-1-5 strikerless machine. We have a sweeper keeper on supporting goal, two inverted wingbacks on attack, two ball playing defenders on defend, a roaming playmaker in the defensive midfield role, and then we've got two wingers on support and three shadow strikers on attack. Those inverted wingbacks we're looking to get in there into the centre of the pitch to help out with that roaming playmaker. Not sure how it's going to fare with people going down the line against them. Obviously no strikers as we saw there. We've got a positive mentality, play out of defence, low crosses, work the ball into the box, extremely high tempo, in transition to roll it out, counter, counter press, and out of position, force the opposition outside, a much higher line of engagement, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and use the offside trap. And let's get into the game and have a look. We've given this formation to 7 teams. All are predicted to finish 10th in their respective leagues, and we're going to see what they can do with it. So as we show at the top here, West Ham, Celta Vigo, Bologna, FC Cologne, Strasbourg, Maritimo and Sparta Rotterdam are the 7 teams that we've given it to. And we're going to start off in England with West Ham, and they have finished second in the Premier League with 79 points. Man City won it with 91, one game defeated all season. West Ham won 24 of their 38 games, 79 points. Liverpool also on 79, Tottenham on 78, so very tight between the second, third and fourth. West Ham now enter the Champions League group stages. They made the semi-final of the FA Cup and the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. In terms of the Europa Conference League, it looks as if they've had a decent job here. They beat Red Star here. They got through against Slavia Prague. Then the games against Lyon, they went through 2-1 on aggregate. And it looks as if they've won the Europa Conference League, beating Sturm Graz in the final. Let's just have a look through as well. Leipzig beat Arsenal in the Europa League, and Man City beat Juventus in the Champions League. So those competitions there, we've got all the results first. West Ham, straight off the bat, have gone and won a European competition here, Europa Conference League finalists. Let's just have a look at how this formation has played out. So let's take this game. It's a 4-3 win over Brighton, and let's have a look how the formation looks, both scoring goals and conceding goals. If we just look straight away here, I mean, it's a very disjointed sort of looking formation. A lot of the players all in a similar sort of area, very central as well. As this ball goes top, Trossard's in behind in the centre of the pitch as well, which is a bit of a surprise. I thought centrally they might be okay. I thought Brighton would get more success out on the wings. No such luck there. If we look at the formation again, it's very congested up there. This ball goes up to Antonio, into Johnson. He can get forward now. We should have plenty of men getting to the box. There's 3 there getting to the box in that central area. Benrahma grabbing the equaliser. And again, I mean, if you just look here, you've got the 2 centre-backs. And then you've got the number 31, Johnson, and the number 42, Elise, who I presume are the 2 the inverted wing-backs pushed into there with Souček, who I again presume is the roaming playmaker. You've got your 5 forward players here. I mean, there's so much space here in both channels. Brighton, obviously I'm going to use them for either of these goals by the look of it. This ball through the centre for Welbeck gets there ahead of the goalkeeper to make it 2-1. Considering they're trying to force the opposition out wide as well, I'm not sure how this is going to work. West Ham, lots of players on the edge of the box. Yeah, it should overload the Brighton defenders. And Antonio just dispossessing the defence there, putting it into the far corner. That is 2-2. And here we go in the second half again. 2 centre-backs, very deep. Souček is there. Fornals has dropped deep to collect this. You've got Masuaku out there on the left-hand side. To be honest, I'm not really sure, because again, you got the number 42 and the number 31, Johnson and Elise, who, are they the fullbacks? Something you're going to have to look into. Ball through for Benrahma. This will be 3-2 here across the goalkeeper. Good finish from Said Benrahma. And a bit of width this time for Brighton. It's the first time we've seen them use a bit of width. Out to Solly Marsh on the right-hand side. Players getting out to him, but again, there's a bit of an overload in the centre of the pitch. When they force the West Ham defenders out wide, they can overload them in the centre of the pitch. That's 3-3, and the last goal is going to be from a corner. Masuaku with the ball in, and Ogbonna making it 4-3 on 81 minutes. So yeah, just looking, those 2 were the inverted wing backs. So they spent a lot of their time there. If we just look at the analysis, I mean, wow, I'm just going to get rid of the XG story here, just so we can have a bit better look at the analysis. So you've got the 2 centre backs there, Ogbonna and Zuma. And it's almost like a three in midfield. They're almost playing as wing backs, but they're sitting so high up the pitch. And then the five attacking midfielders, quite deep. It's very compact. It's probably hard to break down through the centre. But again, there's a lot of space out wide here. If teams are going to exploit it out wide, but West Ham have done a fantastic job this season. Second place, Europa Conference League winners as well. I mean, what more can you expect? And we move on to the second team, and that is Celta Vigo in Spain. And straight off the bat, Celta Vigo have finished second. We look at their competitions. They got knocked out in the third round of the Copa del Rey by Eibar, into the Champions League as well. 82 points, finished 2 points ahead of Barcelona, 8 behind Real Madrid. Lost 6 games all season, 25 wins. If you just look at how their players got on as well, Denis Suarez got 23, Iago Aspas got 23 as well. In terms of assists, Javi Galán got 16 assists, Denis Suarez with 14, and the top player was Javi Galán with a 7.71 average rating. I will just go back and look at West Ham in terms of their squad, because I didn't see who their top goal scorers were. Said Benrahma got 20, Vlasic got 19, Fornals got 17, Jared Bowen 16, Kurt Zouma got 15, Mikel Antonio got 12, and in terms of assists as well, Vlasic 11, Benrahma 11, Antonio 12, Jared Bowen 12, Fornals 12, Masuaku 13, and Aaron Creswell with 28, which will make him the best player, 7.83 average rating. And here, just looking at the results, a great start to the season. Defeats against Madrid and Bilbao there. 5-0 defeat against Real Madrid. Before that, they beat Zamora 6-0 in the Copa del Rey. 6-1 victory over Girona, 7-3 over Mallorca. They've got some fantastic results here. In terms of goals scored, how many have they scored this season? We just need to go into stages to get a better look. 100 goals scored again this season. Another tactic that's provided a lot of goals. If we just move in to West Ham's as well and have a look at their stages, they have scored 90 top goal scorers, conceded 40 though. And as I say, we go to Vigo, they conceded 46, which was higher than most teams. So it's a goals galore tactic. Lots of goals scored, lots of goals conceded, and they've done a really good job there. And let's move on to the third team, and that is Bologna in Serie A. Bologna have finished 6th. That means a Europa League place for them, I would presume. Yep, that's the case. Coppa Italia, they got knocked out in the quarterfinals by Sassuolo. And in terms of how their players got on, 13 goals for Vignato. Orsolini got 11. And then in terms of assists as well, Aibisha got 11 assists, and the top average rating was Lorenzo Di Silvestri with 8 assists. 9 assists for Orsolini and a 7.2 average rating for him as well. In terms of how they got on, I mean, bit of a mixed bag. They started well, defeats against Udinese, got smashed there, smashed by Milan, 3-0 against Sassuolo, 2-0 against Spezia, but they beat Empoli 5-0. They beat Torino and Napoli 2-0 each. They then lost 2-1 to Napoli. So a real mixed bag of results there. Didn't really get a lot of consistency going. And just see how many goals these have scored as well. So these have got 71, which makes them 4th highest goal scorers as well. 54 conceded. So a lot of goals conceded. I mean, they are mid-table in goals conceded, finishing 6th. So this tactic seems to provide a lot of goals and, well, for and against, sorry. So, I mean, if you want a bit of excitement, try the 4-1-5 Strikerless, because it looks as if there'll be goals galore in a lot of these games. Over to Germany next, and FC Cologne. They got 47 points. They finished in 9th place, pretty much where they were expected to. But if you just look at that goal difference, plus 16 goal difference, I mean, that is the 4th best in the league. There's only Leipzig, Hertha Berlin, and Bayern Munich who had a better goal difference. We just move into the stages and have a look as well. How many goals did they score down here in 9th place? They got 55 goals scored, 39 conceded. 55 goals scored is their 2nd highest in the league, behind just Dortmund and Munich. Well, it's level with Dortmund, 1 more than Leipzig. But that 39 goals conceded puts them in the bottom half of that table as well. So decent performances. They got into Europa Conference League as well. They got knocked out by Slavia Prague in the knockout round in the second leg there. 2-1 defeat after a 3-3 draw at home. Mixed bag of results again for them. Defeats to Leipzig and Mönchengladbach at the end of the season. They got to the DFB Polka final as well. I didn't spot that runner-up there. They had a great chance of winning that, losing to 8th place Borussia Mönchengladbach. So it's the worst of the team so far. Surprisingly, Borussia Dortmund there are in 7th place with 51 points. They just didn't turn in a performance at all this season. In terms of goals, Mark Ut got 20 goals and 9 assists. Jonas Hector got 12 goals and 6 assists. Hoptman got 11 assists. Maina got 11 assists. Tillman got 10 assists. Ut got 9 assists, we just said. And the top average rating was, the blue one means he's not at the club, doesn't it? Shabbat. No, he is at Cologne. He was top average rating at 7.3. 5 goals and 1 assist for him. Now over to France, and Strasbourg finished in second with 80 points, 41 goal difference, second best goal difference in the league. Again, this tactic is, like I say, providing goals at both ends of the table. We just get into stages now and have a look, as I completely mucked that up there. 83 goals scored, 42 conceded, second highest goals in the league. In terms of goals conceded, they are in 6th place for goals conceded, so that gave them the 41 goal difference. Pretty good as well. If you look at the competition, they were knocked out by Toulouse in the French Cup. They entered the Champions League in the next season as well. Did they have any European adventures this season? Doesn't look like they did. And again, results here: defeats against Montpellier, but then beat Marseille, beat Lyon there, beat Nantes, lost against Toulouse there in the Cup, lost 4-3 against PSG in a really good game there. Toulouse had their number throughout the season by the look of this. But again, wins over Marseille and Lyon. Seem to do better against the bigger clubs than it does against the smaller clubs, this tactic. So that is another good performance. That is the third team, I believe, now that has finished second. West Ham, Vigo and Strasbourg all finished second. Cologne 9th, Bologna 6th. And we'll go over now to Maritimo in Portugal. Another 6th place finish. Maritimo this time with an 18 goal difference. That 4th best in the league. 47 points, level on points with Vitoria. Decent looking season. If we look at these competitions, I went to schedule first. Semi-final in the Taça de Portugal Placard. They go into the Europa Conference League next season, and the Taça de Liga they get knocked out in the second phase. In terms of the player stats, top goal scorer was Zadas with 18 goals and 18 assists. Top goal scorer, top assist maker, second on the average rating, although Irala was on loan in Paraguay, so he was top of the average rating as well. Did an absolutely fantastic job. Other assists, 7 for Vigadal and Beltrame and Clesio. And goal scorers, Beltrame got 13 goals and Wink got 13 goals as well. No real backup to Shadas. Shadas? Would it be Shadas? Up front, well, on that right wing position for Maritimo. And just looking at the stage as well, 67 goals scored, which put them 4th highest in the league with 49 goals conceded, which puts them around the mid-table. Again, scoring a lot of goals, conceding a lot of goals. This formation, if teams are getting wide against this formation, they will be getting a lot of joy, I would assume. And with that, we'll go to Sparta Rotterdam for the last team in this experiment. Sparta Rotterdam have finished in 5th place, and it looks as if just missed out on European football. Yeah, no European football for Sparta Rotterdam, plus 30 goal difference. We just look at the stages again and look at how many goals. This was 77 goals. Top goal scorers in the league, 47 conceded, which puts them around the midway point yet again. Overperformed, 5th place, just missed out on European football, 6 points behind Utrecht in 4th and 2 points ahead of AZ Alkmaar. In the European playoff places, they lost 5-4 to Vitesse. On aggregate, they must have been 3-0 up from the first leg, lost 5-1 at Vitesse to go out 5-4 on aggregate to miss out on a European place. Vitesse actually got the European place, finishing down in 8th place as well. In terms of the goal scorers, Kaiki Saito, who was on loan from Lamel, who they signed for 1.8 million. He was top goal scorer with 21. Mario Engels got 16. Reda Karachuch got 16. And Sven Minans got 11 goals. And top assist maker was Mario Engels with 12 as well. Top average rating was Tom. Not even going to try and say that. The centre-back with a 7.34 average rating. It's another formation that's produced goals. Goals in every league. Some of the high scorers as well. If we just look down the competition, they were knocked out in the Becker by Feyenoord Rotterdam. Feyenoord. In the quarter-final stages of that as well. I mean, if you look at the schedule, a few bad results here and there. I mean, defeat to Feyenoord on the last day of the season. Before that, they had a decent run, only defeat against PSV Eindhoven at the start of March and a defeat at the end of February to Ajax. So they've beaten the lesser teams, just not turned up against the bigger teams, whereas some of the other teams have been getting better performances against the much larger side. But again, it's another tactic that has produced goals at both ends of the table this time. High goal scoring in a lot of games. I mean, there's a 5-1 here. If we just look, 9-3 here in the cup. If we just do it by result, we've got 9-3, couple of 5-1s here, 5-0s, 4-3s, 4-2s, 3-3s. A lot of goals being scored in this tactic. 5-1 defeat, 4-1 defeat. Seems like when teams really get at them, they're conceding a lot of goals, but they're also scoring a lot as well. It's been a really interesting thing to look at, especially with how this formation has played. Very narrow. And the fact that this tactic is forcing players out wide here, if you just see here, force opposition outside, with where the inverted wingbacks are sat, it's almost like sort of a 4-3, very narrow. There's a lot of space wide. So, I mean, I thought you'd be trying to force them inside to the players that are in those positions, but clearly not. It seems to work. This 4-1-5 Strikerless machine, 22.3 Zaz Blue 4.0 tweak. I will leave a link for this formation down in the description down below on FM Arena. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.